Welcome y'all to another video, man. In today's video, I just really want to talk about the practice and the skill of being patient, right? Just really sitting on your hands because I feel like one of the things just from analyzing myself and my journey with these funded accounts, because I have withdrawn money from these funded accounts, but I haven't been consistently profitable and withdrawn on a consistent basis, right? And I feel like one of the main things that's kind of slowed my growth down is just rushing, right? Always looking to where's the next trade? Where's the next trade? And one of the things I've learned is, in trading, one of the best ways to be consistent and to stay consistent is to look for the best quality setups. The more quality and you get, a good amount of entries, that's the best probability to be consistent versus trying to find a trade every single day just because you're in your session, just because you're on your pair. And, I definitely feel like that slowed me down. When I started taking trading a bit more seriously, I was trading more of GBP, JPY, right? GJ. And I started trading majority New York session, and I kind of like try to, transition to London session. Maybe there's more volume that I've heard people say that, so I tried to transition there. And it got to a point where, it was that pre-London, 11 p.m. Central, 12 a.m. Eastern, where just because it's pre-London, just because it's London, I'm forcing a trade, right? I have to trade. And, obviously trading is a game of probability, right? You're going to have times where it works out and you think, okay, maybe I hit something. Maybe I hit the Holy Grail. Maybe, every single time now, because it's London session, because it's New York session, and I see price moving and I get in the trade, it's going to work out, right? And we all know majority of times, probability catch up and the house always wins, right? So just right now, I'm just practicing patience. For example, we're on the chart right now. As you can see, UJ, super bullish. Daily, super bullish. H1, super bullish. GJ is super bullish. US 30, bearish. Gold, super bearish, right? And usually at this point, I'd get in. I'm like, for example, UJ, I'm like, oh, price is super bullish. Maybe if I can just get in on a super low time frame and stop loss right here, 50 pips. Fuck it. It has potential to hit this 144 800 range. 80 pips. Fuck it. 80 pips is 80 pips, right? And looking at this chart right now, obviously if I was in the markets at these time where the best entry setup would have been, which is this area on H1. The next best area would have been this area right here. But the fact that I wasn't in the markets when that happened and now price is at a freaking high, it doesn't make sense to try to force a trade, right? The best scenario with this is, wait for some form of pullback to this area. It may just push all the way up. If that happens, no big deal. We'll just kind of wait. The market's always moving. GJ, same example. The best entry setup would have been somewhere in this area right here. Level of resistance to a certain extent on the lower time frame. Level of resistance turn support. So this area would have been the best entry, but the fact that it's at a high, some form of resistance, it wouldn't make sense to try to force a trade right here. End up having a super high stop loss just because price is in a super bullish movement, right? So again, yeah, that's one of the main things. Like, I feel like over time, you learn, you get better. The best thing is just to analyze yourself, see what your strengths are, see what your weaknesses are. Continually improve on your strength, continue to try to fine tune your weakness. But yeah, man, I just wanted to, kind of come on this rant today just to talk about just the skill of being very patient, sitting on your hands, waiting for the trade to come to you. So if you're if you're out there and you're having those struggles, like myself, like I said, very transparent. That's one of the things I feel like has held me back. And, I realize it definitely helps to like find different things to do throughout the day, whether you have another job, whether you have certain hobbies, whether it's the gym, just different things to kind of take you away from the chart and just practice patience in other areas of your life, right? So yeah, that's just today's video, man. While I wait for a trade, I just wanted to talk about, just the skill of being patient, sitting on your hands and waiting for that trade to come to you. So yeah, thanks again for tuning in. That's kind of today's rant. Now, if a trade happens to come, I'll record it. I'll kind of share with you guys what I see, why I took it, whether it's an L, whether it's a a W. But thanks again for tuning in, and see y'all on the next video. Deuce.